Hey, good morning, guys. It's Donald,
Mary.
and we're here to bring you your morning weather, water, and trail chatter report. And so Mary's going to start off with some water and weather, and then after we'll have some news about trail conditions and what's going on in the United States and the world for trail news. All right.
Thank you, Donald. Good morning, everybody. Right now in Blairsville, it's 67 degrees and partly cloudy. We're looking at a high of 80 degrees today, partly to mostly cloudy with scattered showers and thunderstorms this afternoon. Tonight, 63 degrees with scattered thunderstorms early and then partly cloudy after midnight. There is a 40% chance of rain today and tonight. Up in Blood Mountain today, we're looking at a high of 75 degrees with showers and thunderstorms likely after 10 a.m. It will be partly sunny later on in the day. And then tonight, 65 degrees with showers and thunderstorms likely before 8 p.m. and then after 8 p.m. through 11, and then a slight chance overnight. Mostly cloudy. The chance of rain is 60% today, and then tonight we're looking at a 5 mile per hour wind. Water is good on the trail right now. Make sure you top off at Hawk Mountain Shelter still. That'll get you through the 6.2 miles to Justice Creek, hiking northbound. Up in Irwin, Tennessee, Sunday, yesterday, the 15th of June, was the last day for the free rafting across the river between Uncle Johnny's north or south. Now, there will be the road walk alternate reroute, and you can either walk it or shuttle over either way. All right, I'm going to turn it over to Donald now. We're going to talk about some other stuff going on out here. Donald?
All right. Thank you, my friend.
You're welcome.
All right. Sweet. All right. So today I'm going to start with let's see what we have going on. I'm going to start off with putting this right here. I'm going to put my computer down. And then I'm going to take a look at Mary's notebook and see what she has. All right. And so there was an Israeli hiker missing in India since June 6th. They were found alive. And the story goes is this man was last seen on June 6th after 9 days of being lost with an injury, which was a broken arm. And I believe, let's see, yeah, it was a broken arm. He had no food, no water. But he, after 9 days, Samuel Vengrinovich found his way after following a river to a village called Damarsala village. And so he ate insects along the way, and I don't know if he drank from the river. Not sure. It says he was without water and food, so I'm not sure how the water is over there, and if you can just drink from it without consequence. So I'm not sure how that went, but he definitely he stepped away from a an area where he was camping. His intentions were to come back. He left his gear there, and was forced off course with the injury. I'm not sure how the injury happened or anything yet. More to come. We'll figure it out as he tells his story. And then we had a kayaker that was rescued from Contania Creek in Snow Hill, North Carolina. Uh, they were rescued, they were unresponsive, and transported to a hospital. Condition is unknown. Um, let's see. And I wanted to talk about two hikers that were rescued off the summit of a Colorado 14er. It's called Torres Peak. It's 14,267 feet. They had made their way up a trail called the Elso Ridge Route, which is, I believe, an expert trail. You need mountaineering experience and some climbing experience. They suggest not to do it unless you have this experience. And I believe from what the article says, they were two New Yorkers that were not experienced, and when they finally reached the top, I'm understanding this, is they called rescue. And right after they called them, a bolt of lightning struck. I believe it struck one of them. Period.
It did.
Yeah, like right. That dude was messed up, I guess, and so they helicoptered that dude out, and then they went back for the second hiker. Also, from what I understand, this is also the highest Colorado rescue done by a helicopter. And so helicopters can only go so high in elevation before they start having issues, and then they have to stop.
Right,
And
exactly.
and so, luckily, from what I understand, this guy was in critical condition. So, luckily, they were able to rescue him.
Very much so. A lot of things were working against them, and thankfully, rescue was able to get up there.
Definitely, man. And so, I wanted to say this also. So, in Colorado, as in most U.S. states, search and rescue is free of charge and staffed mostly by highly skilled volunteers who pay for most or all their own training equipment and transportation. Hikers from both Colorado and out of state can support Alpine and other Colorado rescue teams by purchasing a Colorado Outdoor Recreation Search and Rescue. It's called a Corsar card, so it's going to be abbreviations CORSAR. And then a card which runs $5 for 1 year or $20 for 5 years. Those funds go toward reimbursing county sheriffs and volunteer teams themselves for the cost of rescues. So I'm guessing that's kind of some kind of like insurance card. So if you do run into an issue, you're able to use that, and which is pretty cool.
It is.
Yeah,
It is.
definitely,
And
man.
it
So
sounds like it offsets the cost of these rescues.
right. And so that's pretty cool. And then next, there was another one
Yes.
in Utah. So Utah, they rescued a pair of hikers in distress stranded high on the cliffs of Maple Canyon this week. No further information. We'll be following that. I also wanted to talk about this rescue or a search that's underway for a visitor who fell over a waterfall at Olympic National Park. And so risky behavior at the waterfall has led to numerous similar accidents. Soul Duck Falls is a popular hiking destination for visitors to Washington's Olympic National Park. So search and rescue teams are combing Washington's Olympic National Park for a visitor who fell down Soul Duck Falls this weekend. The missing person went over the falls Sunday afternoon after he slipped on a wet rock in the middle of the falls, according to witnesses. Soul Duck Falls, a popular attraction known for inspiring risky behavior, often for the sake of social media content, splits into as many as 4 channels and cascades about 50 feet into a narrow, rocky canyon. He just hopped from the dry rock to a wet rock in the middle of the falls. It was wet and mossy, and the falls are so fast right now, so he just went over, said hiker Isabella Plaza in a thread about the fall in the Friends of Olympic National Park Facebook group. Park officials confirmed the fall, but did not provide any details on the ongoing search. I can confirm that Olympic National Park is searching for a visitor that fell into the Soul Duck River yesterday, June 8th, 2025 at 12:48 p.m. Spokesperson Molly Pittman told San Francisco Gate in an email. Witnesses saw the individual slip into the falls, resurface, then submerge again. Clallam County Fire dispatched a crew from nearby Port Angeles and its swift water rescue team from Forks to assist park officials with search and rescue operations, according to Clallam County Fire District Number 2 Fire Chief Jake Patterson. A Facebook post from the local firefighters union detailed search and rescue efforts underway. Crews were unable to locate anyone nearby, but identified a small cove downstream that may be a safe haven, reads an update posted Monday. Crews assembled a high-angle rope system to lower a rescue about 60 feet over an embankment to check, but nothing was found. Sole Duck Falls is a popular destination on the north side of Olympic Park, accessible by a 1.8 mile out and back hike. Patterson said he's seen 4 similar search and rescue operations at Sole Duck Falls within the past 7 years. In 2019, search and rescue crews rescued a 15-year-old boy who was stranded on a rock beneath the falls and unable to safely return to the nearby trail. And a 30-year-old hiker was rescued in 2016 after slipping on rocks and going over the falls. The hiker in 2016 said, "It is a miracle I did live. I should have died right there." Search and rescue crews were reportedly still searching for the missing person as of Monday afternoon. Drone operators from the Port Townsend Police Department and Sequam Police Department are joining search efforts Monday, Pittman said. All right. That's scary, man.
It is, and I think, we all need to be cautious always because those rocks are slippery no matter what water you're in. And, the water, especially with falls, when the water's flowing, it can be swifter and stronger than I think people assume it to be.
Yes, definitely. And so to go back to those 2 hikers that were struck by lightning on the Colorado 14er, one of the mountains was called Torres Mountain, and the other one I don't know the name of, but I guess it's a double peak that you can hit in one day's time. And so these guys struck out thinking they were gonna hit that double bump on the 14ers and met a match, man. And I guess it even says it on all trails that only experts should attempt that hike. And so if you don't have the proper gear, you're not an expert, you don't understand what the trail, or you don't have the experience for the
Right.
trail,
Right.
probably shouldn't be doing it.
And I don't know how long they were there because I don't know if it says how long they were there in Colorado, but also they're coming from New York and they're
Right.
going to
They need to
higher
acclimate.
elevation. They need to acclimate, and I don't know if they did or not. So I can't say that for sure, but that's another thing to take into consideration.
Yeah, good call on that, dude, because that's totally true, man. I didn't even think of that till you just said it. But definitely need to acclimate. I'm wondering if they did. Yeah, definitely. I wish I knew the name of the other mountain, but that's okay. 3 hikers killed by lightning strike at popular Austrian holiday spa. 3 hikers have been killed by a lightning strike in popular tourist destination. 2 brothers and a wife of one of the men were killed during a thunderstorm in Austria's Tyrolean Alps over the weekend, police said on Monday. A spokesperson of the Alpine Police in western town of Landeck said it was likely the couple, both 60 and 62-year-old brother, died from the same lightning strike. The 3 had started their descent around 12:30 p.m. and relatives sounded the alarm when they didn't return. Reports claim the hikers had reported a shift in the weather. Wow. So they found their bodies at 7,440 feet. So sad.
It sure is.
All right, guys. So today, man, we do have several shuttles. Mary's going to be working with a Woody Gap to...
They're coming down to Blairsville for a couple days.
Oh,
in
that's
town.
our Australian
Yes,
couple.
Yes, it is.
Oh,
So I
boy.
get to meet them because Jordan assisted them getting them to the trail, so I'm going to assist them today getting down to town. They sound like awesome people.
They
so
are.
I look forward to meeting them.
They're super cool. And so I guess I get a picture of them because I wanted a picture because they told me they have these hats. One says Kang and the other says Roo. So it's like kangaroo. Anyway, so they're pretty cool cats, man. They're really fun. They were great to work with, Every time we talk to them, it's just they're so chipper.
Yeah, they're
Right.
upbeat and positive, definitely.
And so I guess they took a
they followed the Benton McKay Trail for a little bit, not realizing that the white diamonds and the white
Blaze.
rectangle blazes were different, and they got detoured a little bit. But in my conversation with them, they didn't care. They're having a good time. They made their way back to the trail, and I'm meeting them later up on at Gooch Gap later on today.
I like it, man. I like
I
it.
liked how they just weren't bothered by it. It's like, oh, well, this is where we ended up. We're gonna camp, make our way back, and just keep going on. They're just having an adventure, which is what it is.
Yeah, they had.
It's an adventure.
I believe they had 30 days, so they were going to try to make it to Virginia. But, wherever.
That's right.
We're going to take care of them as much as we can, and when they get out of our section, we'll pass them pass some numbers to some reliable shuttle drivers. And so, so Jordan is going up to Tellico Fishery.
He's going to Tellico
Fish
Plains
hatchery.
Inn, and he's going to be bringing the rider back to the Tellico Fish Hatchery area.
So we
back
picked
in
them up
McKay
the other
Trail.
day, right?
We did not bring them into Tellico Plains. They
Oh.
contacted me. They had another plan, and it said they just needed their ride back to
Okay.
the trail. So that's what's going on there. This person is awesome. We've been assisting them since the beginning, and we're going to continue to assist them up the trail. I've really enjoyed my time with them, conversation and everything, and they're just having a great time. So, very great person.
I like it. All right, and that's what Jordan will be doing today. And then I have my plant pots, not pot plants, but plant pots coming. And so I ordered plant pots for my flowers today, and this is a little bit off subject, but that's okay, man. Flowers are happy and part of nature, and so I'm getting my plant pots today that I ordered, and we will be transferring them into bigger
That's right.
pots. And then I'm getting a 20-gallon pot for the tree, and hopefully I find a ficus at the store. So we will be out and about, but guys, give us a jingle anyways, because if y'all need something, we'll drop what we're doing and come and take care of you. That's how we roll. So, all right. That's it for today, guys. If anyone needs anything at all, give us a jingle. One love. Peace.